Guys, welcome to another episode of frugal.photo, and today I've got an interesting experiment planned. The image doesn't look so great because I'm using the cell phone here. This is a LG G2. Originally LG released this in 2013, and I'll explain what we're doing in just a minute. So what am I doing with a 5-year-old phone here? What I am hoping to show is that you don't need the high-end equipment to express yourself. That you don't need the newest, greatest, most expensive new thing to create art. And so that is what we're going to do. We're going to use this old camera and see what I can do with it. But I am sure that the majority of you have cameras in your pockets, on your phones, that are newer and more advanced than what I'm using here. We are on our way up to Evanston, Wyoming. My daughter's up there with her double bass, and she's been up there all week attending a music camp. And so now we've got to go up and pick her and the bass up and cram her into this car along with the bass, which is always kind of interesting, because that bass goes clear from that back window up to this front seat. We're going to explore Evanston a little bit, see what we can find, and just kind of generally make a day of the trip.
Why? Oh, hello. You're recording. Okay.
Take a look at this in this alleyway here. And this place is just awesome for the kind of stuff that I like to photograph. There's a lot of character here, a lot of old buildings, and we have just beautiful skies. That sky is just one giant softbox. And I think that I'm going to spend some time here and have a little bit of fun, explore a little bit. A rock shop and pottery. Out, guys. I think I could spend days here. There's just so much detail. We have found the new to you thrift store. And if you find a thrift store in a place you've never been before, well, you kind of got to check it out. Look at this. This is absolutely just fabulous. The contrast between the bright paint and the kind of shabbiness of it is just awesome. Check this out, guys. This place has a vault. This is just bursting with character. We found this little barbecue place. Prices were a little excessive even for barbecue, so we left and came to taco time. We are headed home, but I'm very pleased with this morning. I think it's been a very productive morning, and I'm excited to see what I get. And so we're just heading straight home unless we see something interesting, and then we may stop, but we don't have any further plans. We are stuck behind a bunch of school buses. Check this out, guys. Well, I've been editing for a couple hours, checking out the video that and the photos that I've done on the cell phone here. Just in the interest of full disclosure, I copied all of the video and the photos over to my computer for the editing, just because it is much easier, much faster to do it on the large screen. I could have done it on the phone, but I wanted to take a quick look at it and get this out as soon as possible. Now, there were a couple of things that I noticed with this particular phone, and most of them could be solved just by knowing my equipment, but this is the first time that I've actually used this phone, and so there were a couple of little glitches that I wasn't aware of. If you look at some of the video of where I am driving, you'll see that there's a little bit of a jello effect, and that is caused because it's a combination of things. The primary issue was that the phone was not attached firmly enough to the car, so the vibrations were affecting it. The other issue that I found with this phone is that the microphone appears to be very sensitive, and so there were some cases of volume peaking where the volume was just too loud for the phone to pick it up. And the other issues with that was that it picks up everything. So there's a lot of places in there where there's a lot of background noise, and it's hard to hear what I'm saying in some cases. And so those are a couple of issues that if I were to use this again, I would take into account and hopefully get a better result. But there is no reason that somebody couldn't use their cell phone to make a fairly decent video, and I was actually very happy with the photographs that I got out of this. And I hope you enjoyed the trip as well. If you like what I'm doing here, if you want to help support, please subscribe, share. Also, if you want to contribute in a more substantial way, I have a Patreon account set up. Feel free to donate there. As well as I have some merchandise, some t-shirts that I've designed that you can buy. And that would help me increase the quality of these videos, as well as allow me to afford more equipment that I can review for you. And so with that, that's it for this experiment, and I'll see you all next time.